Hi Emily, I'm going to give you a video response because it's actually going to take less time than writing out a long answer and it will be more clear. And then I'm going to ask you for a favor in return, so let me ask that before I forget. After I explain to you how I want you to do your tonalizations, tell me if I explained it this way in the video lessons, because it's kind of important, and if I didn't, then it's an oversight. And I need to add a video to teach students this preparatory activity to tonalizations. So you're unable to hear the ringy note because your violin drowns out the sound of the ringy notes. So there's a prep step that you can do, and that is to stop the bow and allow silence between each of your reps. And during the silence, you're going to try to listen for the open string that continues to ring. I hope this camera will catch the sound. I'm going to play a little softer because this webcam tends to peek out really easily. So listen to my short bow strokes. I'm not using a ton of bow because that's not important. I'm not attacking or being really aggressive. I'm not doing that. I'm just playing nice. And I'm keeping the bow on the string so that I'm not fooling myself into thinking I'm getting a ringy note when it's really just the string I just played on. By killing the D string with my bow, I'm certain that any noise that remains behind is the sympathetic vibration of the G string. The other way I can tell is to tap my G string. Anyway, that's getting a little too complicated. But what I'm hoping that I explained in your tonalization lessons is to, before you do a legato rep like this, that's harder because you're competing with the sympathetic vibration. This is easier to hear. You can hear that ringing sound. So you start by doing that. Once you get 4 reps, then you go down to 3 reps, then 2 reps, then finally 1 rep. By the time you're good enough at it to do it with 1 rep, then you're going to be sensitive enough to be able to do it with long bows without the silence. I can hear it, I can feel it in my jawbone, and you can see it. I can see my G string going, it's just vibrating like crazy. It vibrates right next to my 3rd finger for no reason other than that's just where it happens to be vibrating. So let me just say, when you get to 1 rep, I don't think I taught you to do short bows on the single reps. That's really hard because it only gives you a half second to dial it in. So I probably taught long bows. And that still is challenging enough because you have to dial it in the length of 1 bow. You've got to find that really ringy spot. Yes, you do need to discipline your fingers so they don't hit the other strings, as you said. And no, I wouldn't use the visual tuner to help you with your tonalizations. I wouldn't. I don't like the visual tuner. It can help to settle an argument. It can help you if you're really just so unsure that you need to verify. But these tuners are so sensitive that the slightest imperfection in a bow stroke can make that needle dance, and it has nothing to do with your intonation. So I would caution you against doing too much with these. They're very, very fussy, and it can be paralyzing. I have a hard time getting the needle to stay in the green. And no, my intonation is not perfect, but it's not as bad as this makes it seem. So I hope that helps you. As far as your fourth finger goes, you're just gonna have to maybe look at your technique and your pinky placement. Maybe you're trying to play with your pinky on too flat of an angle, which would cause you to touch the other string, and it can reduce the accuracy, the pinpoint accuracy of the fingertip. So train your pinky to get on his fingertip and use your eyes. When you play with your pinky, the string next door will absolutely be blurry because it'll be vibrating so much. Same with all the strings. And when you stop the bow, listen to my E string, A string. If I'm not in tune, so yeah, you just have to be super aware that you're not touching extra strings with your left hand or accidentally with your bow hair. So I'm glad you asked that question. It is something you're going to have to bite the bullet and learn how to hear it by giving yourself that opportunity in between the notes to listen. Once you get good at that, you'll gain the confidence, you'll start recognizing that sound, then you'll be able to do it with long bows. Okay, all right. So then let me know if I taught that in the lessons, and I'll talk to you later.